Peter Obi replies Sanwo-Olu, says speaking truth about Nigeria's poverty. It is not demarketing. Yes, so it is not demarketing. Tell him very well. Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, Peter Obi, has responded to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's criticism, insisting that speaking the truth about Nigeria's poverty and governance crisis does not amount to demarketing the country. Obi's response comes days after Sanwo-Olu accused him of lacking the moral right to speak on poverty in Nigeria following comments Obi made during a public lecture at Johns Hopkins University in the United States. Sanwo-Olu, in a statement titled Factually, he went to write book, Factually Addressing Mr. Peter Obi, Factually addressing Mr. Peter Obi's criticism of Nigerians at Johns Hopkins University, accused the former Anambra State Governor of making disparaging comments about the country, alleging that Obi's tenure witnessed a rise in poverty levels in Anambra State. Reacting during the memorial lecture and tribute held on Wednesday in honor of late Pa Edwin Clark, Peter Obi dismissed the criticism. Peter Obi dismissed the criticism against him, questioning the rationale behind blaming him for not tarnishing Nigeria's image when reputable international institutions have already confirmed the country's dire economic condition. Exactly what I said that. It's not as if our issue, it is a hidden thing. Everybody knows about it. In fact, the whole world knows that Nigeria, we dey suffer. We are poor. Everything is wrong with us in this country. Everybody knows that one. What are you people hiding? There's nothing to hide there. I spoke a few days ago and people said I'm demarketing Nigeria when it's truth being demarketed. The World Bank has just shown that 75% of Nigerians in rural areas are poor. Obi said, he added, is the World Bank demarketing Nigeria? UNICEF 2 days ago, they released that Nigerians now have over 2 million malnourished children, the second highest in the world, and they are demarketing Nigeria. Let's tell the reality exactly. They expect everybody to be a liar like you. If you sabi lie, it's everybody that knows how to lie. It's not. Their level is in vain. We have a country now that is not democratic. We are not a democratic country. Obi continued. He also criticized the recent local government election in Edo State, describing it as fraudulent, very fraudulent. Very, very fraudulent, but they have done as usual. The election that happened in Edo State, is it democratic? It's not. Just the last election in Edo is the most undemocratic election. Everybody knows who won that election. So why are you keeping it and saying let your word go in vain? We lamented the state of governance and corruption in Nigeria, saying it is in vain. So you can start picking the pieces now because they've destroyed everything that people sacrificed for. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. The country people sacrificed have turned into a crime scene. All we do today is stealing, and stealing. Everybody just they thief their own there. You go there, you become a senator, you become a president, you become a governor. I'm going there for my own slice of the cake. Make me say if I want to go shop inside the national cake. That is what everybody is going there for. They are not going there because they want to solve a particular problem in the country. They are not going there because they want to help Nigerians. They don't care about anybody but themselves. And it's just the truth. Everybody is stealing. Calling for courage and integrity in leadership, he said, and we have to do something. All we need to do is live a courageous life. May God Almighty that calls him home grant him eternal rest and grant us the courage to look into what our father lived for and start picking our pieces. In his earlier remarks, Sanwo-Olu questioned Obi's performance in office, saying poverty increased under his watch. Mr. Sanwo-Olu doesn't know what he's saying. You know, in Tinubu, they have issues. He's trying to be on his good side. Onja for me. And that's what he wants to hear. Nobody sends you, I beg. He's just talking rubbish. He also said President Bola Tinubu had done more to reduce poverty through educational investment and credit facilities for small businesses. He doesn't know what he's saying, I beg. He doesn't know what he's saying. Samson Majoyebe says, and it took him forever to respond. Because he had other things that are important now. You think he's a non-nigger? Or you think he's this thing that will be replying everybody? And once you attack, the next day they have replied. He doesn't have that time now. He doesn't have that time. He's a busy person. He doesn't have time to be somebody replied, let me quickly return my own back. No, he doesn't have that time. He has more important things to do. Omenka says, I agree with you. Whether they like it or not, the truth must stand strong. Exactly. Joshua Emire says, Peter Obi, you fall my hand. Sanwo-Olu is Tinubu houseboy. Now Lagos State Speaker be in level. Don't waste your time to a houseboy. No be small thing. Kevmark says small yash of Alausa wants to shake. He really wants to shake. Like, why? Nobody is demarcating. Everybody, except you are blind. Except you just don't want to say the truth, which we know that APC people, they know how to lie very well. It is obvious for everybody to see. George Gatton says, I agree. We need to recognize the truth, tell ourselves the truth, pick up the pieces and put them together for a better future. Thanks PO for being the right voice of the opposition. They recognize that with you, anything can happen on election day. They are afraid. Of course, they are afraid. Very, very afraid. Allow Morizik says, knowing fully well that the venue were meant for contestation of new ideas, new innovation and creativity. And yet the only thing you could say is to demarcate your country. Shut up your mouth. You demarcate your country. Country that has been demarcated since. Country we don't demarcate since. Ajibori Ayodele says PO will never talk carelessly to Sanwo-Olu because he's more exposed and civilized. The reason for a short and mature response, he didn't even call his name safe. If it was other people, they will mention the person that talked to them and return back with insults. And somebody like Larry Olayinka, somebody like Ononuga, they will not take it easy when they are replying you. When you say something about them or say those ones. Nimram says Sanwo-Olu, a puppet of a so-called godfather, is still bitter that Peter Obi beat his godfather in Lagos 2023 election. No be small thing. No be small thing. Chinemere says, who is Sanwo-Olu, the Mumu Tinubu errand boy? Can the idiot win a chancellor election in Lagos without Tinubu? Person wey Seyi dey slap joy. Abeg you. Were you there when they slapped him? Chibuzu Deokoye says if he said the truth, his master President Tinubu would chase him away from the government house. He would seize the seat immediately, no be small. Egosa says he also talked about Edo governorship election. Obi, like many Nigerians, knows that APC lost the election. Yes, now they lost it. We know now, but this country is just, our judiciary is a big problem. INEC is a big problem, and those are the two people that we need to tackle first. And like, how can we win these people? How? That's the big problem. It is well. Somadina says, why him go address this errand boy? When Papa they install solar panel for Aso Rock. Abeg. Jackson says, who is even listening to Lagos House boy who has no say over common local government election in his own state that is supposedly in charge of? It is the way. It is the way. Solomon says, Tinubu and his Lagos gangster has nothing to offer Nigeria. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It is there. And this now is over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.